Back on Ed Schultz and commentary on this Monday edition. Well, we have got yet another full of shit moment by Ben Carson. Have you ever met anybody in your life that somebody is so smart that they're just kind of goofy? That they're the smartest kid in class or they come up with the wildest stuff? I think that's Ben Carson. Carson is trying to convince the American people that the vetting process that he's going through is completely unprecedented. That he is some kind of a threat to, quote, secular progressives. No, I've said all along, he is a gift. There is no way that Ben Carson can win the presidency because there are white rednecks in southern states that simply will not vote for a black man, especially in the Republican Party. So how does he think he's a threat? It's amazing. They would have to have unbelievable voter turnout across this country for Ben Carson to be president of the United States. It isn't going to happen. Or they would have to suppress the vote beyond anything we've ever seen before for him to be president of the United States. But this is Carson. Carson on Friday complaining about the vetting process.
There is a desperation on behalf of some to try to find a way to tarnish me because they have been looking through everything. They have been talking to everybody I've ever known, everybody I've ever seen. There's got to be a scandal. There's got to be some nurse he's having an affair with. There's got to be something. They are getting desperate. So next week it'll be my kindergarten teacher who said I peed in my pants.
I've heard enough. Here's the bottom line, folks. The rocks go with the farm. This guy is polling high. He's right up there with Donald Trump. One week it's Carson, the other week it's Trump. What do you think there's going to be? Obviously, there's going to be a vetting process. Who is Ben Carson? Where did this guy come from? There's a curiosity about him, and he's viewing it as some kind of, torpedo threat from the media, and they certainly don't want this guy around. It's outrageous. Now, you want to talk about vetting? Let's talk about pallying around with terrorists, what Sarah Palin was saying about Barack Obama, and the Billy Ayers controversy, and the Reverend Wright controversy, and, oh, by the way, the birther movement, which really went into the 2012 campaign. And the very guy that's leading in the polls right now, Donald Trump, put a team together to go to Hawaii and find the birth certificate, which he never found. I don't think anybody is calling Ben Carson un-American, and I don't think there is any kind of movement out there on the left to make sure that we know that Ben Carson is not an American, as what Barack Obama went up against from the right-wingers. This is crazy. Have we forgotten the countless hours that Fox News spent trying to derail Barack Obama? Where's all these hours of programming against Ben Carson? I don't see it. There's a few questions here and there, but I don't see it. So he goes on to say this.
Vetting is a normal part of the process. Did you not expect this?
I have always said that I expect to be vetted, but being vetted and what is going on with me, you said this 30 years ago, you said this 20 years ago, this didn't exist, this didn't exist. I have not seen that with anyone else. If you can show me where that's happened with someone else, I will take that statement back.
I think almost every person who has been president
not like this. I have never seen this before. And many other people who are politically experienced tell me they've never seen it before either.
Many other people. Did you hear that? Many other people who are politically experienced have told Ben Carson that no one's ever gone through this before. In fact, Hillary Clinton's never been through this. This is laughable. By the way, Ben Carson, can you give us the names of these politically experienced people that think you're getting screwed by the media? Give me a break. So Bernie Sanders puts it in perspective. He views it this way.
I listened to the interviews with Dr. Carson, and it's interesting. The American people want to know why the middle class of this country is disappearing, why we have 47 million people living in poverty, why we have massive income and wealth inequality. When you look at Dr. Carson, to the best of my knowledge, this man does not believe that climate change is caused by human activity. This man wants to abolish Medicare, impacting tens of millions of seniors. And this man wants to give huge tax breaks to the rich. I think it might be a better idea. I know it's a crazy idea, but maybe we focus on the issues impacting the American people and what candidates are saying, rather than just spending so much time exploring their lives of 30 or 40 years ago. And
Thank you, Bernie Sanders. And I would like to see Ben Carson sit down in front of some, quote, liberal media people and explain why we should get rid of Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security and why he is so screwed up on trade. That's the issue. But of course, he'd probably be too sensitive about that because then we'd be accused of going after him. Ben Carson's a bigger joke than I thought he was. This is Ed Schultz News and Commentary, brought to you by Communication Workers of America, Alliance for American Manufacturing, BioGreen Clean, and the iSave team. We're back tomorrow.